Hello, I'm Dr. Tydell, and I'd like to give you a short explanation of the advanced biology seminars. And I'm hoping to convince some of you to apply to be a member of the advanced biology seminars this semester, fall 21. First of all, what are the advanced biology seminars? The advanced biology seminars are groups of students who are invited to join on the basis of the strength of their applications, and we meet for 1 hour each week. And we do that to talk about science. There are two different seminars. There is a seminar called Strange Biology, very close to my heart, that I'll tell you about in a second. And there's a seminar called the Medical Research Seminars. Both of them meet on Friday. Strange Biology, 11 to noon, Medical Research from 1 to 2. Who would be interested in these advanced biology seminars? Anyone who wants something cool to put on their resume should be interested in the advanced biology seminars, particularly those of you who are interested in medical school. Either of the advanced biology seminars will really polish your mastery of the foundational biology that you've learned so far and help you as you prepare first of all, to transfer, as many of you probably are going to do, for a biology or biochem major, and secondly, to study for the MCAT test. I hope those of you who are thinking about a career in scientific research would think about the advanced biology seminars. Both of them are very heavy in approaching biology from a research scientist's point of view. And any of you who are going to be transferring to a four-year school as a biology major should be interested in the advanced biology seminars. I'll get back to this at the end. So let's talk a little bit about strange biology. Even if you've taken Bio 200 and Bio 201, you still have learned how biology, how life does things usually. But there are lots of very extreme organisms or extreme biological systems that seem to break those rules. For example, we all know if you want to kill any form of life, you put it in boiling water. Boiling water kills all forms of life, except for it doesn't. And this is an example of some that it doesn't. These guys here that are yellow in this rim and then going to a reddish orange on the outside, those are all a type of prokaryote called the archaea. And those archaea are living in water that's almost at the boiling temperature. How is that possible? All right. Oh, by the way, this is an aerial photo of a hot springs in Yellowstone. And for perspective, those are humans, and that is a boardwalk over the hot springs. You actually can't get any closer than that because it just gets too hot. So everyone's like, oh, well, because they're just really, really tough. No, that's not how they survive. As a matter of fact, these things that seem so tough, they can live in boiling water, will die if you bring them down to room temperature. Okay? So what's the secret? Well, we talk about how boiling water normally kills most life. It has everything to do with the kinetics of the atomic world, and protein structure and enzyme function and stability of phospholipid bilayers that make up the cell membrane. And we learn how all of that gets kind of flipped on its head by these organisms with this very extreme lifestyle. We also talk about organisms like the tardigrade. The tardigrade is this little guy over here, okay? They're also called moss piglets or water bears. They're adorable through the microscope. And this semester, we might be actually looking at them in real life and trying to do this remarkable thing that they can do. Why are they like a mummy? Because under laboratory conditions with scientists in charge, they can be dehydrated entirely for decades, 30 years so far. They have no measurable metabolism during that interval of time, which is one of the definitions of dead is no metabolic processes, but these guys return to life with the addition of a drop of water, okay? So, and then they'll reproduce, and then they're fine. You would think they must be really exotic organisms, right? Wrong. We probably would be able to find them right on campus. Now, they are a lot like mummies, but we don't know if they actually have a hunger for human souls. Hopefully not, because we probably will be working with them this semester. We also will talk about an animal that's got a true sixth sense. Not a bat, that's a fancy way of using hearing, but a true sixth sense. We might talk about the electric eel and how it can create a killing pulse of electricity as easily as you or I would pick up a heavy box off the floor. And humans have got cells in our own hearts that are very similar to these cells that the electric eel uses to kill. Crazy, right? Oh, and this is a tardigrade in the movie Ant-Man. But, all right. All right, the medical research seminars. The medical research seminars is formatted very differently. First of all, students work in small groups. Secondly, I give you guys like wicked tough passage set questions to work on. And you work together to try and find the answers to these questions. When the feedback that I get from this seminar is this is a really good seminar for students to improve their test taking skills. There are a couple reasons for that I'm not going to go into right now, but there are two different ways that people improve their test taking skills while they're in the medical research seminar. Since we're using MCAT questions, literal MCAT questions, it's one way to begin your MCAT prep if you're one of those students that's interested in medical school. Another thing about both of the seminars is you are meeting other people who are on the same educational path that you are. They're also super achievers. They're also students that sometimes find their classes not even that challenging, and we do something incredibly challenging together, and you meet other students that are just as excited about figuring out how the hyperthermophiles survive in boiling water. They're just as excited about it as you are. But either of the seminars looks really good on your resume. As a matter of fact, another feedback I've gotten is that the medical research seminars and the strange biology seminars help students get interviews for other positions. Once you transfer, whether you're interested in medical school or just in research, you're going to want to get a job at your four-year school in a lab. Those are kind of difficult to get at some campuses. One way that you can get a leg up on the competition is have medical research seminars or strange biology seminars on your resume. Here's what happens. They go, strange biology? Well, I'm curious about that. So then you come in for the interview and they go, whoa, what is this strange biology you talk about? Next thing you know, you are talking about how the tardigrade manages to be dead for 30 years and come back to life, and you know all the science behind it, and you're explaining it, you blow them away, and you get that job in that research lab. So lots of reasons to do it. What are the requirements for the advanced biology seminars? First of all, if you're really interested in participating, and if you've got one or two deficiencies in these requirements, I still encourage you to apply, because the committee reads all of the applications and evaluates them individually. For example, we want students to have a cumulative GPA of at least 3.3, at least, okay? Now, there are times when some really good students who are kicking it with A's in all of their science classes, maybe the first semester or two that they were on campus, they didn't know what they wanted to do, and they didn't do so well, and so their cumulative GPA is below that. That's the kind of thing that, since we're evaluating each one of the applications individually, we will notice, all right? Now, you have to have taken Math 80 and passed with at least a B, because we do talk about some graphing kind of math concepts. And I don't want anyone to be in the seminars and to be overwhelmed. That's not useful to you at all, okay? You have to have taken at least Chem 110, more chemistry, will make these seminars even more useful to you, or higher with at least a B, English 100 or higher with at least a B, and you have to have passed one of these basic biology courses, Bio 120, AP 120, or Zo 120, with at least a B. If you've taken micro, or if you've taken Bio 200 or 201, all the better, okay? Like I said, if you've just got one or two deficiencies, send in the application. If you're really just like a freshman coming out of high school, unless you've done a lot of AP work, I would encourage you to wait, because I don't want you to get overwhelmed by the seminars. The seminars, by the way, there's no homework. There are no tests. There also are no units for the seminars. But there's no homework, there's no tests. Why is everyone coming to these seminars? And why is it that when people complete seminars in one semester, they generally will come back the next semester? And that's because they really are very exciting, at least for the nerds among us. And they're low pressure. As a matter of fact, if most of the students in one of the seminars has got the same chem exam coming up, we will sometimes just not meet that Friday, so students have more time to study, all right? So I hope that you will consider applying. We meet in real life for 1 hour a week, Strange Biology from 11 to noon on Fridays, medical research 1 to 2 on Fridays. If you want an application, please email me. That's me, ctidell@cerritos.edu, so that I can send you an application. I also will be posting those applications up on my personal webpage. You can get them there. When you submit them, you can throw them under my office door. Oh my golly. I've been off campus for so long, I don't remember my office number. Okay, don't do that then. But just email them to me, okay? The application deadline is December 13th. Our seminars start the 17th. Yes, late applications are evaluated, but try to get them in on time, please. And I hope that you decide to join us.